Captain rambles on unnecessarily long about things, junk and stuff or something. Good day, brethren. The good captain here from CapnsKustomWorks. Thanks for joining us for another episode of Beery Views, the show where we review beers, because, you know, that would make sense, I guess. Now, as you know, if you are constant followers, every episode is very special, but this episode is particularly special. It's not just because I've turned my chair out of the corner. Seems fancy, huh? Like that? I don't know. I was told to do that. But this is more special because this is the Portlandia episode of Beery Views. Now, I know I've been rambling on and on and on. Other things in the channel, most notably the Is This a Vlog series. But we went to Portland recently. Well, we went completely cross-country. You know, saw lots of stuff. It was awesome. But the main goal was getting out to see some friends in Portland, which was a wonderful, wonderful experience. And I promised you guys that I was going to do some episodes when we got back, talking about the beer, which Portland is known for, or the entire Pacific Northwest area. A lot of awesome brewers out there. And even some vape liquids. So stay tuned. After this, we're going to have an episode of Liquid Considerations with some good local liquids from the Portland area. Now, the beer we're going to be reviewing from Alameda Brewery, which is right in Portland, Northeast Fremont Street. This is Black Bear XX, or possibly Black Bear 20, I'm not real sure. Black Bear XX Stout, and this is an award winner. This is a Great American Beer Festival award winner several times over, and that's just awesome. You know, I mean, super exciting. Not a lot of other info on the label, unfortunately, which you guys know is kind of a pet peeve of mine. I like to hear some cool facts about the beer, but I mean, we do know this is a 7.0, which is not bad. I mean, stouts tend to be, you know, a little less stern than some other styles. 7.0 is not bad. Smells awesome. Smells awesome. Now, we saw a lot of wonderful things out in Portland. We stopped by some breweries and a lot of other great establishments, some bars, growler houses, which is a big deal out there. They're all about the growlers, and that's cool. I'm with them on that. Didn't stop by the Alameda Brewery, but, you know, can't hit them all. Not the first time, anyway. Look at this. Man, that is a pitch black stout right there. Nice head on that. It's not like a super creamy head. Not the finest fizz ever, but still, that's fine. Looks nice and thick. Oh, it's holding bubbles nicely though. I don't know if you can see that though. So it's thick enough, even though it doesn't look super creamy. Already put a mustache hair in the beer, because that's what happens. I want to stick my face straight in it. Not too much of a cascade, and that's fine. So again, probably not super creamy of a stout, but man, looks thick and rich and delicious, and it smells good. So let's have a taste. Brethren. Oh. This is a stout. This is an iconic stout right here. Wow. If someone said to me, could you personify stout in one beer, it would taste something like this. No wonder it's won several medals because, wow, good stuff. Richly flavored, nice and earthy. Definitely what you want. Not real creamy. Like I said, the appearance led me to believe it wasn't going to be real creamy, and that's fine. Perfectly fine. There's a place for real creamy stouts and for milk stouts, and if that's what you love, then awesome. But there's also a wonderful place for stouts that are just bold, without being creamy. Lacing not super fine. You can see as that goes down a little bit. It's all right. Holding some head on top there fairly well though, so you can tell it has some good body. And it might just be that this is one hot heck of a day. Also that I've just finished mowing the lawn, which might have had some pre-road trip growth still there. So I might just be good and warm. But it doesn't seem overly filling. It's got plenty of body, but it doesn't feel like I gotta sip it real slowly. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing, There's wonderful slow sipping beers. But this feels like I could knock it back no problem. That being said, if I'm not careful, that's what I'm going to do. So let me get to this, and we'll get to your favorite segment and mine, Accelerated Motion Time. Alright, brethren, let's slow this back down to regular speed because, man, it's just going to be gone. I'm just going to have to, quietly end the show and slink off camera, and you guys are going to be saying, what the heck is he doing? Man, this beer is eminently drinkable. That's it. There's very little else I can say. Wow. Can knock this right back. After getting through nearly this entire 22 here, a little bit sticky, a little touch of stickiness. But that's all right. A lot in there. Big bold stout. It's not one of those stouts that, like I said at the beginning, what I suspected. It's not one that's like, oh, I can get through half a glass and then I'm like, man, I just ate a loaf of bread, I'm done. Not like that at all. This goes down probably smoother than a Guinness Draft, for instance, which is probably a stout that a good majority of folks are most familiar with as far as stouts go. It's the classic. That's fine. To be fair, I think Guinness Extra Stout is the classic. I would prefer to drink, but here in the States, Guinness Draft is what most places stock. This goes down smoother than that. Hands down. Not that I like to, say some beers are better than other beers, but Guinness is more filling than this. And I'm a guy who, when I go out, I'll drink Guinness all night because it's relatively low alcohol and it's, plenty tasty enough. And a lot of places carry it. But wow, I could drain this faster than a Guinness, no problem. It's quite good. It's stouty. Stouty's what you want. Mosquito near me. Darn mosquitoes. Bring it back to the Portlandia episode. I am so glad I'm back in Illinois, where we have mosquitoes. That being said, if anyone would like to commission a custom piece of art for, hundreds of thousands of dollars, then I'd appreciate it, because then I would move to Portland. Wow. Seriously though, awesome beer. I'm just gonna gush nonsense because this is excellent and it's delicious. Funny story I have to tell though about how this beer came to be the beer that I was going to review on this episode. If you've been following the beer tour that I was doing on the Instagrams, you may have noticed one of the first things out there. We were out at the beach and I was drinking some Ninkasi. So I'd purchased this 22 of Ninkasi of a different brew than what we were drinking out there. It was Tricera hops, because we stopped at classic Oregon gas station. I'm laughing and you probably won't get it, but I mean, just trust me. It was funny. I mean, little shack of a gas station with groceries and, run by a 90-year-old man who was very nice, by the way, as everyone there was. And, you got all your groceries and whatnot, and then behind the counter, half of it was glass pipes and the other half was guns. Which is hilarious because, I mean, a lot of places you might say, oh, geez, that sounds like a bad mix. But out there, it's like, no, we're just going to, gonna smoke a few pipefuls and then, gonna go hunting for the afternoon. And no big deal. Awesome place. And so they had a good selection of local beer. So I grabbed the 22 of Tricera hops from Ninkasi. We went out to the beach, had an excellent time. And while we were out there, our friends that we were staying with, one of my buddies, goes to the cooler. I'd put my 22 in the cooler because I didn't want to leave it in a hot vehicle. And, we're grilling out on the beach, making some sandwiches, and dude goes over to the cooler and picks up my 22 and just cracks the cap and starts drinking it. And he goes, wait a minute, this is bigger. Oh, geez, were you saving this? Yeah, I was. And he says, well, there's so much more beer, don't worry. We'll find something good. So, a couple days later before we leave, we're getting some provisions to grill out at their place, and they're out of the store, and he comes back and he says, I replaced it, and I got something really, really good I think you're going to like. So that's how I came to have this Alameda Black Bear 20, XX, XX, I'm not sure. I'm really not sure, but the beer is awesome. Doesn't matter what they call it. So good. So good. All right, well, that being said, thank you for bearing with me and listening to my insane ramblings and watching me drink a beer, because that's what you're here for, isn't it? So stay tuned in just a minute, or however that works out time-wise on the YouTubes, or right now when you click over when you're done. We're going to have the Portlandia edition of Liquid Considerations, and we're going to talk about some awesome vape liquids and some more cool folks that we met out on the road. And, and whatever else crosses my crazy mind. So, thanks once again, and we'll see you in the real near future, whether you like it or not. Love.
Why are you wasting time watching ridiculous nonsense? nonsense, we love you anyway.
Despite your poor